Hello guys, today we have got a very special device with us to review, and this is it, the Asus ROG 3. Now first and foremost, this is a hardcore gaming device that's also claimed to be a flagship. And secondly, this doesn't come cheap, because with prices starting at nearly 50,000 rupees, this is up there with any other top-end smartphone in the world. Now the question is it really worth splurging that kind of money on a phone that's primarily a gaming device, or there's more to it? Can this also double up as a flagship? Well, let's find out. So in terms of design, the Asus ROG 3 is not much difference from the ROG 2. In fact, the dimensions, even the weight at 240 grams, it's exactly the same as the old phone. But the design has been toned down a little. This doesn't look as aggressive as the old phone. And you can see at the back, the copper heatsink on the glass now sits under a transparent cover, so it's not exposed anymore. Apart from that, you still get the RGB light up rear logo, which looks quite aggressive, and you've got this triple lens camera here. So the primary lens is 64 megapixel, and then you have a wide lens that is 13 megapixel, and then you have this 5 megapixel, the smallest one for macro. So overall, the phone's dimension, it's quite bulky, but once you get used to it, it's not that much of a problem. So design wise, I'd say it looks quite decent. Now the phone is quite bulky, like I said, plus one-hand operations, they do take time getting used to. Plus this backside, this is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but thankfully this phone comes with a box accessory of this cover, which is, in terms of functionality or in terms of saving this device, it won't help much, but this is quite functional in the way that, it helps you grip the phone. Plus it also gives it a very aggressive look. And then you come to the side of the phone, so you see there's this power button finished in red, and you have this volume controller here. And then what you see here on top, these are air triggers. So these are much like the L1 and R1 controls on a conventional gaming controller. So this is really a nice touch when you're playing games. We'll come to that later on. This really helps. Now apart from that, you also get a USB-C port here, but since this is a gaming phone, so you also get these dual type C cable here for accessories as well as to charge phone while you're playing game. So this is quite a clever touch, and I used it and I really liked it. So there is no 3.5mm jack for your headphones, but of course you get an accessory with the phone. It's in the box, so you can connect your headphones while playing. Apart from that, it also gets these two speakers around here at the front, and this really enhances the gaming experience. In fact, even while you're watching something, they're really impressive. The sound quality is perhaps the best that I've heard on a smartphone. Let's now run you through the specs of the ROG 3. On duty here is an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset that is clocked at 3.1 GHz. The highest on any smartphone right now. And that is why this phone is claimed to be the world's most powerful device right now. Along with that, the ROG 3 has an Adreno 650 GPU, and it supports up to 12 GB of RAM. The phone is also 5G compatible. In India, the ROG 3 is available in two variants, 8GB RAM plus 128GB storage and 12GB RAM and 256GB storage. The one you are seeing here is the 8GB version. The performance is mind-boggling without a doubt, and in fact, the phone appears to be over-spec'd for the job. Even if you play games day in and day out, the performance is more than you'll ever need. At 6.59 inch, the screen size is the same as the ROG 2, and it's a full HD Plus AMOLED panel with HDR10 Plus support. The most impressive bit here is that it has a refresh rate of 144 Hz. In addition to that, it has 279 Hz touch response rate. The phone automatically switches between 60 Hz, 90 Hz, 120 Hz and 144 Hz. Honestly, you can't really make out the difference with the naked eye. Plus, there aren't many games that support a refresh rate of 144 Hz. And if you use the display with 144 Hz refresh rate all the time, the battery life will be affected. However, that's not a problem because the ROG 3 comes with a massive 6000 mAh battery with quick charge option. There is also a Power Master mode that allows you to slow down the charging rate to increase the lifespan of the battery. The ROG 3 definitely has mighty specs, but how does it translate when you're gaming? Well, let's find out. Now, first of all, as you can see, the UI is quite dedicated and you have this sci-fi kind of feel, and that's very gaming oriented. Plus, you have this very special app here. This is called Armory Crate. So as soon as you tap on it, this phone has sort of a split personality. It changes into a gaming device. As you can see, this whole console, everything has changed. Now, this is quite functional as well. You have this game library where you have all the games tagged over here. So you can check what all games you have, how much storage has been used. And from here, you have this console here. You can check everything, the CPU performance, the GPU performance, the system temperature, the storage, the battery life. So everything is taken care of. So overall, as a gaming device, the experience is really immersive here. With its dual speakers and air triggers, the experience is second to none. I mean, as a gaming device, you'll absolutely love the ROG 3. Given the hardware, the picture quality of the ROG 3 is obviously very good. Images are sharp and details are crisp. You do, however, lose a bit of the details with pictures clicked in the wide angle mode. Also, in macro mode, the camera sometimes doesn't focus on the subject as quickly as you'd want. In video mode, there are a lot of options including the same wide angle mode, a pro mode with manual controls and motion tracking among others. The video quality is also very good and details are crystal clear. However, compared to other flagship phones, the camera of the ROG 3 does leave you wanting more. It doesn't completely wow you. Surprisingly, it doesn't support wireless charging. As for its battery life, with 2 to 3 hours of continuous gaming and normal usage, the battery lasted for just over a day for me, which isn't bad. So like I said in the beginning, this is a very pricey phone. However, if you're a hardcore gamer, you really get your money's worth, for this is the world's most powerful device right now. Of course, there are a few things missing. The camera quality isn't that great, the phone is bulky, and you don't even get wireless charging. But overall, when you look at it, this is a very cool toy to have. Plus, it doesn't really compromise as a smartphone flagship.